One of my greatest concerns is what's happening to children in regards to adverse childhood experiences and trauma. 1 in 5 children have a mental health need, and over half of them now are not getting the help that they need. We're facing a real serious problem.
What we're seeing is families that have been traumatized due to domestic violence, family violence, sexual assault, child abuse, and they may have even witnessed the criminal act against a loved one. They don't know what to do. They don't know who to turn to.
It reaches all levels, all socioeconomic levels, urban and rural, doesn't matter. All of us are impacted by it or know someone that's impacted by it. Depression, abuse, and the impact that it makes on that child forever is massive.
Have children growing up to become adults, they're not able to function at work. They're not able to manage what they're dealing with.
Anyone with 4 or more ACEs has a higher incidence of cancer, diabetes, health problems, heart disease.
What is this state going to look like in 10 years when these 14-year-olds are 25 and they're dealing with all these issues? We've got to get on top of this right now.
When you impact the emotional stability of a young child who's got a developing brain, then you've started to see decisions being made and judgments being made that lead to negative behavior.
Some kids are labeled, they're just bad, they can never be fixed, what have you. And I think that's because we lack awareness.
Most often our referrals are because of truancy. But then once we get into the home, we get to know the child, we get to know the family or lack thereof, and we determine that, it's not just truancy, that this child feels like they cannot go to school because there's depression or because there's anxiety or because there's suicidal ideation or that there's bullying at school or maybe that there's a parent not present. And I think sometimes we see a behavior and then we immediately label what's going on without actually getting to know that person and saying, oh, there's more to you than you just not going to school.
I think that when we start addressing trauma with real treatment, with tons of support, we'll stop asking what's wrong with you and we'll start asking what has happened in your life. Over half of our board and half of our staff have lived experience. When they can say, I get it, they mean it from the most personal place possible.
We take our lived experience and we advocate for those clients and families that they may be able to heal from the behavior issues or mental issues that they're dealing with.
We meet them in their home, in their own space. We look at their situation, we look at the supports that they do have, and we bring in a team of people and look at different resources to better help them.
We oftentimes try and connect a youth who is struggling to some strength-based experience. Anything that will grow within the child some hope that I am more than what is happening to me right now.
A lot of the kids I work with, no one's really ever had a conversation about, hey, what do you want to do after high school? They haven't been given an opportunity to dream and imagine what life could be like for them.
Who's going to know best how to tell you what's going on with them other than the child? The new approach is bringing that child to the table along with everyone else to ask, why are you cutting up in school? What causes you to get angry? So we need to hear that from the child.
We're able to look at their strengths and their skills, things that they're passionate about, and create lifelong dreams and goals for them. And they're able to say, you know what? I do want to get along with my parents. I do actually want to go to school because I know that I can't achieve X dream if I'm not going to school. giving them this opportunity to imagine and to picture what life could be like. They're able to tap into all these strengths that they just kind of stuffed away because it didn't seem as important as the chaos going on in their life.
There's about 300,000 kids a year in the state of Tennessee that are dealing with these issues. The first step we have to take is we've got to identify all of the children in the state of Tennessee that are dealing with something, and at least give them some hope that there's someone here to help them. We've got to create change in this state on a massive level.
I would love for 300,000 kids to know that they have a family that loves them, that they have resources, that they have skills and strengths, that they can use what's already built inside of them to have a better future for themselves and their families.
We aren't existing just to make the problem a little bit better. We exist to eliminate the problem. And that may take my lifetime and several after me, but it's, I think the passion that drives us is we don't think any kid deserves any less than the best. We won't stop until every child gets the help they deserve, and every child is worth it.